Okay, so the battle pass. I haven't posted anything in the past few days due to not noticing anything wrong with what seemed like a revamp. However, things aren't as they seem. Yes, they fixed it already, or should I say, they push it past to make it seem as if things are better now. How about I just read this Reddit post or reply to their fix? And it says the battle pass system is intentionally broken, and here's why. Money? Question mark? Sure, but there's a bigger reason. What Respawn is doing is a negotiating tactic that asks too much of the other party, expecting backlash. Then you reel in the offer appearing generous and put it to a still a favorable state for you. This is likely what will happen with the battle pass. Respawn will change the system to be not quite so bad but still terrible. Before this, if I saw that some of these challenges had double, I'll be pissed. But now that they triple or more, I welcome just double. To not mention that they likely cut the cost to get a star via SP to 5k, which is still egregious, but when it isn't 10,000, it's welcome with open arms. Don't take whatever half measures of a fix they have cooked up. And that is in response to the tweet they put out where they were like, we've seen a lot of feedback about the battle pass progression being too slow, so today we'll ship the following change: XP required per star instead of 10,000 to 5,000. Also starting next week, your weekly challenges will take much less time to complete. That was the response to the battle pass fiasco that happened the moment season 7 dropped. Now, to be honest, I almost forgot that this game was under the umbrella of one of the most shady, scummy, two-faced garbage gaming company in the world. They've been nominated as the most hated company multiple times. You'd think that at this point they would amend their ways and change the demeanor, but not EA. EA is like a stubborn child who thinks that no matter what he does, he can't do no wrong. Somehow in their minds they convince themselves that Star Wars, FIFA, and every other household titles are going to keep the revenue coming. In disregard to receiving one of the most downvoted Reddit posts after the Star Wars fiasco. At this point, anyone sane will be like, hey, maybe this isn't the way. Not EA. Not EA. EA says, show me the numbers, and as long as the outcome is income, they could care less about their community. Now, they're even going as far as to hide behind the companies they own, like Respawn. They let Respawn take the blame for the Battle Pass, but they have admitted in the past that EA is in charge of the store and the sale of all cosmetics. Of course they are. Is EA the only thing in their mind is money? Don't get me wrong. I can respect the hustle, however, when your tactics are infringing on the future of your success, it's time to rethink your approach. I know EA is a madman, doing the same thing, expecting different results, but come on, at this point it's just outright criminal and petty. Respawn has only made $1 billion from 1 year. Fortnite was doing this monthly. Why? I know, I know $1 billion is a lot, so congrats, but they could do much better if EA keeps the predatory tactics out of it. If I could purchase directly what I want whenever I want it, I would have spent so much more money on a game I love. I'm not going to sugarcoat the fact that I thoroughly enjoy Apex. This is why I feel so upset that EA has to succumb to such lengths just to avoid being associated with the nonsense of overpriced cosmetics. Do you know how terrible it feels to spend your money on loot boxes, crossing your fingers that you might receive what you want and then you don't? The sense of being robbed and cheated is something that a lot of us will have to repeat over and over again since he makes money. They say F your feelings. Who cares if you feel terrible every time you have to gamble for something that I should be able to purchase directly, and by doing so in return saying thank you to Respawn for the amazing game they have blessed us with. No, instead I'm left flabbergasted with no words to describe how insane it is to monetize our time as if you needed to force us to do something we already enjoy. We are people, we are humans, and we can appreciate someone doing something amazing for us. I wouldn't mind returning the favor if I knew that I could have exactly what I want for a reasonable price. Now, I can't help but to feel used, cheated, and betrayed if I finish the Battle Pass with 2 weeks left on the season. Doesn't that speak for how much I love this game? Last time I checked, that can't be a bad thing. Respawn, you don't need to force us to keep playing this game. We are going to do it regardless if we want to. I know this is EA's fault and it's obvious, but it was nice forgetting for a little while that this lecherous monster wasn't your overload. Blink twice if you need help, or better, wear a yellow shirt on your next dev stream. Now, all jokes aside, loot boxes suck. Respawn could be making a lot more money if we could directly purchase cosmetics for a reasonable price. All I ask is that someone brave enough stands up to these monsters at EA and say enough is enough, and watch this game blow up unlike anything we ever seen before. I know the entire gaming community will stand behind you guys with love and respect. Just a fact. And that's essentially my open letter to Respawn. That's pretty much all I really want to say at this point about this. I'm pretty sure I'll be making more videos about this. And so, all I can say is thank you for sticking around this long. I really appreciate you all. That's it from me. This is One Time Play here. Signing out. Peace.